Welcome to our channel, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters from around the world. Today we bring you something truly fascinating, thrilling, and beyond imagination, an astonishing revelation about a humble-looking coin that might just change your perception about everyday pocket change forever. So sit back, stay with us till the very end, because what we're going to talk about today is a 1999 Roosevelt dime. A coin with a face value of merely 10 cents, but with a hidden story so rare, intriguing, and layered with numismatic marvels that it has been appraised and speculated to be worth an unbelievable $90 million due to a combination of rare errors, minting anomalies, and freak occurrences during its production that occurred at the Denver Mint in 1999, making it one of the most mysterious, talked about, and elite pieces in the world of rare coin collectors. And for all those wondering how something so small could reach such a massive valuation, you're about to dive deep into the world of coin errors, unique strikes, die anomalies, mint mark misplacements, double dies, off-center strikes, transitional errors, and other freak occurrences that turn a seemingly ordinary piece of pocket change into an object of global intrigue and immense financial value. And to begin, we have to understand the basics of the Roosevelt dime itself, which was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his passing, replacing the Mercury dime, and over the decades it has maintained the same obverse and reverse design, with minimal alterations except for minting details and materials used over the years. But when we zoom into the year 1999, something incredibly rare happened at the Denver Mint, an occurrence so rare that its mystery still has numismatists scratching their heads, because what should have been a standard issue dime somehow ended up with multiple minting errors, the most astonishing being a misplacement and doubling of the D mint mark. A misaligned die that resulted in a strong off-center strike, the use of a transitional planchet that was not intended for dime production at the time, and on top of that, a clashed die impression that left ghost-like shadows of other denominations or unintended design elements pressed subtly into the coin's surface. Now this might seem technical, but in the world of rare coins, each of these individual features is enough to significantly increase a coin's desirability and market value, and when they all occur simultaneously on a single coin, especially in an uncirculated or mint state condition, it creates a once-in-a-generation type discovery, often compared to winning a lottery. And what makes this 1999 D dime even more valuable is that only one such piece is currently known to exist under these specific combinations of errors, making it effectively unique and irreplaceable. And uniqueness is a major driver in the high-end coin market, where collectors, museums, investors, and even private billionaires compete to acquire one-of-a-kind specimens to add to their collections or vaults. And when we talk about this particular coin, we're talking about more than just metal. It's a historic anomaly, a fingerprint of a moment in time when minting procedures went awry in just the right way to create something extraordinary. And let's delve into the specifics. This 1999 D dime was struck on a planchet that was possibly left over from a foreign coin production run, meaning that metal composition and weight are slightly off standard from regular dimes, making it a transitional error as well as a wrong planchet error. And then you have the double die obverse, where Roosevelt's features appear slightly duplicated, giving an eerie, almost three-dimensional look to his profile and inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." And this doubling is not to be confused with machine doubling, it's a true double die, meaning the doubling occurred on the die itself before striking any coin, and collectors go crazy over these because it's a legitimate mint error, not post-mint damage or deterioration. Now add to that the misaligned die that caused an off-center strike, leading to part of the rim being thicker and part being thinner, and you also have minor broad-struck characteristics where the coin expanded beyond its usual diameter due to improper collar usage during the minting process. And then there's the clashed die effect where remnants of another coin's reverse design subtly appear on the obverse side of this dime due to the dies hitting each other without a planchet in between, leaving behind mirrored ghostly images that are only visible under magnification, further amplifying the coin's numismatic curiosity and demand. But perhaps the most shocking element is the mint mark anomaly. This coin displays not one, but two D mint marks, slightly offset from one another, which experts believe could have been the result of a repunching attempt or die shift during the punching process, and in some angles, the mint marks appear tripled, making it a multiple repunched mint mark error. And these kinds of mistakes are exceedingly rare, especially in the late 20th century when minting quality control had vastly improved compared to earlier decades, which adds to the incredibility of this error coin existing in the first place. And considering all of these compounded errors, each contributing a layer of rarity and historical interest, it's no wonder that when this coin was discovered by a sharp-eyed collector during a coin roll hunt, it instantly became a point of international attention, featured in numismatic journals, showcased at coin conventions, and even sparked bidding wars among elite collectors with pockets deep enough to shell out millions for irreplaceable artifacts. And the reason it is valued as high as $90 million, despite being a 10-cent piece, is not just because of the errors themselves, but because of the sheer convergence of so many types of rare errors in pristine condition on a single coin, combined with the fact that only one known specimen with these exact errors has been authenticated, graded, and encapsulated by top-tier grading agencies like PCGS or NGC, and when such a coin is placed into auction, scarcity combined with buyer obsession creates a perfect storm for record-breaking prices, just like we've seen with other famous coins such as the 1933 Double Eagle or the 1794 Flowing Hair Dollar, both of which sold for astronomical amounts due to similar combinations of rarity, history, and collector demand. And to fully understand why this 1999 D-dime is so priceless, you must also consider the cultural, economic, and historical context. It was minted at the end of a millennium, a year full of significance and transition, which gives it symbolic weight as well. And that adds another psychological edge to its allure among collectors who view it as not just a coin, but a bridge between 2 centuries, a piece of American minting history gone gloriously rogue. And when you factor in how unsuspecting it looks, its ability to camouflage itself among other dimes, hiding in plain sight like a tiny metallic miracle, you begin to understand the thrill and obsession among coin hunters who now check every 1999 D-dime they come across, hoping to find the next multi-million-dollar jackpot. And while some argue about the ethics of valuing such a small item so high, the market speaks for itself, because in the world of collectibles, value is driven not by face worth, but by story, rarity, and demand, and this coin checks every single one of those boxes with excellence. So if you ever come across a 1999 D-dime, especially one that looks just a little off, maybe the lettering looks odd, the weight feels strange, or the mint mark seems doubled, it might be worth taking a closer look, because the next big discovery could be sitting in your pocket, waiting to rewrite the story of your life. And that's the magic of numismatics, the infinite possibility that even in something as overlooked as a coin, there exists the potential for life-changing wealth and unrepeatable history. So keep searching, keep learning, and stay curious, because you never know when your next handful of change might contain a 1999 D-dime worth $90 million. And that is why this incredible coin has earned its place among the legends of American coin collecting, not just as a monetary marvel but as a testament to the wonders that occur when human error, mechanical anomaly, and a little bit of luck intersect at the exact moment to create something truly once in a lifetime. Coin collectors, treasure hunters, and numismatic enthusiasts from around the globe, and if you're here for the first time, make sure to stay with us till the end because today's video is going to blow your mind with a jaw-dropping discovery in the world of rare coins, a 2001 D Roosevelt dime from the United States of America, a coin that many would assume is worth just 10 cents or simply pocket change, has stunned experts and collectors by fetching a staggering value of $0.6 million due to an astonishing set of errors, minting mistakes, die anomalies, and an unbelievably rare mint mark mishap that have transformed this seemingly common coin into one of the most sought-after modern rarities of the 21st century and possibly one of the most incredible minting anomalies in recent US coin history. So buckle up as we deep dive into every intricate detail, every fascinating possibility, and every hidden story behind this mysterious and incredibly valuable 2001 D Roosevelt dime, because understanding its origin, its minting process, the potential causes of its production flaws, and the reasons why collectors are going absolutely crazy over it is not just informative but an adventure in itself as we peel back the layers of the United States mint operations, errors, and rarities that can turn everyday coins into six-figure treasures that have numismatists buzzing with excitement and speculation, starting with the basic background that the Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt following his death, replacing the Mercury dime, and although most Roosevelt dimes minted in modern years like 2001 are extremely common and produced in the hundreds of millions at the Denver and Philadelphia mints, making them quite ordinary, it's a minuscule fraction of those coins that contain serious mint errors which makes them not just rare but extraordinarily valuable, and in the case of this 2001 D dime, the Denver mint, which is responsible for striking billions of coins annually, a appears to have allowed an unprecedented number of errors to slip through undetected, which is shocking considering the technological advancements and quality control processes supposedly in place by then. Yet even with such systems, human oversight, machine failures, planchette issues, and die deterioration can still lead to some coins escaping into circulation with mistakes so strange and spectacular that they become objects of fascination. Which is exactly what happened here, and what's even more intriguing about this particular 2001 D-dime is that it doesn't just have one error, it has multiple errors that compound its value dramatically, including a misplaced or malformed mint mark, broad strike errors, off-center striking, double die reverse and obverse possibilities, misaligned dies, cut breaks, die chips, and in some cases even struck on the wrong planchette or missing key design elements like the torch or the word liberty, leading collectors and grading experts to declare it not just a mint error coin but a mega rarity with a possible prototype background or even a clandestine or experimental status that further deepens its mystery. And to fully appreciate why this dime is valued at $600,000 despite its tiny face value of just 10 cents, we have to break down what each of these errors means and how their rarity and demand in the numismatic community exponentially elevate the coin's desirability, starting with the mint mark issue, because on the 2001 D-dime, the letter D signifies that it was struck at the Denver Mint, but in this case, several coins believed to be part of the same error batch were discovered with a mint mark that appears either misplaced, doubled, rotated, or completely missing, which is almost unheard of in this era of computerized minting, and such a dramatic deviation suggests that either the die was tampered with, misaligned, or possibly reused incorrectly after refurbishment, which is rare but has precedent in minting history. And then comes the possibility of a double die error, where the coin's features such as Roosevelt's profile, the inscriptions like Liberty, In God We Trust, the date, 2001, and the reverse torch and olive branches may appear doubled or shadowed, causing letters to appear thickened or distorted under magnification, which is a prized attribute in numismatics, especially when it is as crisp and clear as some of the reported 2001 D specimens show, further fueling theories that this might not have been a simple accident but perhaps a transitional error or a mint die variety that wasn't caught during initial inspections. And let's not forget the off-center strikes, where the coin design isn't aligned properly with the blank planchette, resulting in some of the design being missing and a crescent of blank metal showing, with some of these 2001 D-dimes showing as much as 10 to 30% off-center, which already adds hundreds of dollars in value by itself. But when combined with other features like a misaligned die, rotated reverse, or missing mint mark, can catapult the coin's value into the tens of thousands or more depending on its condition and grade. And speaking of condition, the single most valuable example of the 2001 D Roosevelt dime was reportedly graded by a top-tier grading service like PCGS or NGC at an ultra-high mint state level, possibly MS68 or higher, which is exceptionally rare for error coins, because most error coins tend to have handling wear or striking weakness, yet this one remains pristine with full luster and no signs of post-mint damage, and the combination of its flawless preservation and dramatic errors creates a perfect storm of rarity and desirability that collectors dream of. And the origin story of how this coin was discovered also adds to its lore, as reports suggest it may have been found in pocket change or in a bankroll, completely unnoticed for years before a sharp-eyed collector spotted the anomalies, submitted it for grading, and watched in awe as experts confirmed its authenticity and value, eventually fetching a record-breaking offer in a private auction. And this sets a precedent that you, the viewer, could potentially be sitting on a small fortune in your coin jar, wallet, or dresser drawer without even realizing it, especially if you're someone who handles coins frequently or collects change regularly. So it's more important than ever to understand what to look for. And we'll go even deeper into the possibilities that make this dime so mysterious, such as theories about leftover planches from previous years being used, planches intended for foreign coins being used by mistake, transitional design elements being accidentally combined, or even die trials or experimental issues escaping into public circulation, which have all occurred in various forms throughout US mint history and have led to the creation of coins worth millions. And although many people associate valuable coin errors with older coins, like the 1955 double die Lincoln cent or the 1943 copper penny, modern coin errors like this 2001 D dime prove that even recent coins can be worth life-changing money if they bear the right combination of anomalies. And there are even rumors circulating in the collector community that only a handful of these exact 2001 D dimes with this specific error set exist, possibly as few as 3 to 5 known, and that at least one remains unaccounted for in circulation, possibly lying unnoticed in a coin jar, vending machine tray, or tucked away in a collection somewhere waiting to be rediscovered. And this has sparked a modern treasure hunt among collectors and dealers alike, with people scouring their change, visiting coin shows, posting their finds online, and comparing details down to the smallest die scratches in search of a match. And given how much excitement and attention this dime has drawn, it's not surprising that it has also inspired broader interest in Roosevelt dimes from all years, especially those from the late 90s and early 2000s, which were once overlooked by collectors but are now being scrutinized under magnification and submitted for grading in record numbers as people hope to uncover the next big find. And this has also led to more awareness of the types of errors that can occur, like die breaks that create raised blobs known as cuds or chips, or coins struck through foreign objects like grease, cloth, or other debris, which can cause portions of the design to vanish or appear distorted. And while such errors may not always reach the astronomical value of the 2001 D dime we're focusing on today, they can still be worth significant amounts, especially in high grade and when certified by reputable grading services. And the moral of this story is that attention to detail, patience, and a little bit of luck can turn an ordinary coin into a six-figure windfall. And while not every 2001 D dime is going to be worth millions, it's the combination of rare errors, incredible condition, and collector demand that creates these once-in-a-lifetime values. And this should motivate every collector, beginner or expert, to check their change carefully, study minting processes, understand what constitutes an error versus damage, and never overlook even the smallest anomalies, because history has shown us time and again that treasure hides in plain sight. So if you enjoyed learning about this incredible 2001 D Roosevelt dime and want to explore more fascinating coin stories, rare finds, and expert tips on how to spot value in your own collection, make sure to keep watching and stay tuned, because this world of coin collecting is full of surprises and every new discovery could be yours. Where we dive deep into the fascinating and sometimes unbelievable world of rare and valuable coins, and today we're bringing you an extraordinary and mind-blowing story about a simple-looking 2011 P Roosevelt dime coin that has baffled collectors, intrigued numismatic experts, and astonished even the most skeptical coin dealers due to its jaw-dropping value of $1.1 million. A staggering figure when compared to its face value of just 10 cents, and the story behind this specific coin is not only a testament to the unpredictable nature of minting errors but also a celebration of how something seemingly ordinary can possess qualities so unique and rare that it propels it into a league of its own among the most valuable coins in US history. So stay with us, because we are about to explore every detail, every mistake, every flaw, every error, and every hidden anomaly that turns this unassuming piece of metal into a collector's dream and a historic marvel, starting with the background of the 2011 Roosevelt dime itself, which was minted by the United States Mint as part of the ongoing series honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, whose image has appeared on the dime since 1946 to honor his leadership and contribution to American society, especially for founding the March of Dimes to fight polio. And while billions of dimes have been produced since then, the 2011 P dime, minted in Philadelphia, is known for having no mint mark if made in Philadelphia, and yet, paradoxically, some rare examples of this year have surfaced bearing anomalies with the mint mark, either having it incorrectly placed, doubled, missing, or appearing altered in strange ways not consistent with regular minting standards. And these inconsistencies, especially in the particular specimen we're talking about today, have caused such a stir because this coin exhibits a combination of multiple errors not typically found together, including a broad strike error, where the coin was not properly held within the collar during striking, resulting in a wider and flatter appearance, a dramatic off-center strike that misaligned the entire design of the coin, making Roosevelt's face appear distorted and pushed to one side, a die clash where the obverse and reverse dies struck each other without a planchette in between, causing ghost-like impressions of design elements to appear in the wrong areas, doubling on key elements like the date and the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," due to a double die error which results from the die itself having an improperly reproduced image during manufacturing, creating that distinctive shadowed look that drives collectors wild, and most critically, a mint mark anomaly in this particular coin that is both misplaced and partially struck through, indicating a rare minting mishap that occurred during the mint mark application process, possibly due to foreign debris, grease, or die damage, and this is only scratching the surface because further examination of this incredible coin has revealed that it also contains planchet errors, including lamination peels where part of the metal is flaking off due to impurities or bonding issues in the coin blank before striking, giving it a warped, peeling appearance that significantly adds to its uniqueness and collector appeal. And under microscopic analysis, even more subtle features have emerged, such as micro-doubling around the lettering and torch details on the reverse side, signs of die deterioration, and surface blisters from gas bubbles under the coin's surface, all of which point to a once-in-a-lifetime convergence of errors. And what makes this coin truly breathtaking in value is not just the sheer number of errors, but the fact that they all occurred together on a coin that passed through quality control and entered circulation, eventually being discovered by a sharp-eyed collector who recognized the rare confluence of mistakes and sent the coin to be graded and authenticated by a leading third-party service like PCGS or NGC, both of which confirmed the legitimacy of the coin and assigned it a unique error designation along with a near-uncirculated or mint state grade despite the chaos of the design, which is yet another reason for its sky-high valuation, as condition plays a crucial role in coin pricing. And when word of this error-laden coin spread through numismatic circles, collectors and investors alike were stunned by the perfection of imperfection it represented, with high-end buyers from private auctions, coin shows, and elite collections competing to acquire what was soon being referred to as a black swan coin, a once-in-a-generation minting phenomenon that encapsulates everything that makes coin collecting so compelling: rarity, history, mystery, and market demand. And its eventual sale for $1.1 million was a watershed moment, not only because of the amount paid but because it proved once again that even modern coins, often overlooked by casual collectors, can sometimes harbor untold riches and shocking surprises. And ever since this sale, interest in 2011 Roosevelt dimes has skyrocketed, with thousands of collectors pulling out their change jars, hunting through bank rolls, scouring estate sales and flea markets, hoping to find another coin with similar characteristics, because when a coin becomes a legend, it elevates the entire year and type in terms of desirability, and more importantly, it sends a message to collectors at every level that they should never assume any coin is too new or too common to be extraordinary, because the next $1 million coin could very well be sitting in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. And while not every 2011 P dime will be worth millions, many have shown minor errors like die chips, rim cuts, or rotated dies that can fetch anywhere from $10 to hundreds of dollars depending on severity and condition, creating a whole new market for this specific year and mint, and inspiring both novice and experienced numismatists to pay closer attention to details they may have otherwise dismissed. And so, as we wrap up our deep dive into the astonishing 2011 P Roosevelt dime that sold for over $1 million, let it serve as a shining example of the incredible value that can hide in plain sight, the fascinating world of minting errors, and the thrilling chase of treasure that lies at the heart of every coin collection. And we hope this story has not only informed you but inspired you to look a little closer at your own pocket change, because history, mystery, and maybe even $1 million surprise might be right at your fingertips. And this is what makes numismatics not just a hobby, but a lifelong adventure full of possibilities beyond imagination.